Welcome.
Hello and welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host, Chuck Manity. And in today's episode, we're actually going to be having a look at the second trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps. So that's obviously very, very close to when this movie is actually going to be launching. So as usual, we're going to go through a little bit of the cast, some interesting info, and we'll watch the trailer together and I'll give you my thoughts on it. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So The Fantastic Four First Steps is an upcoming American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics superhero team, the Fantastic Four. Produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studio Motion Pictures, it is intended to be the 37th film, can you believe that, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the second reboot of the Fantastic Four film series. Technically third, but anyway. The film is directed by Matt Shakman from a screenplay by Josh Friedman and Eric Pearson. You might actually remember Josh Friedman. Well, you won't remember him, but he's actually done stuff like Terminator Dark Fate, and then the Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles, and then Eric Pearson has actually done stuff for like Marvel one-shots and Black Widow, Thunderbolts, that kind of stuff. So, moving along, the premise, basically, it's an 1960s inspired retro futuristic parallel Earth. The Fantastic Four must protect their world from the planet devouring cosmic being Galactus and his herald, the Silver Surfer. In this case, I'm super glad that Galactus is not just a space cloud. You can actually see Galactus in the trailer, so we'll go over that in a sec. So first up, as far as casting is concerned, is Pedro Pascal. You might remember Pedro Pascal from everything, because he's been in literally pretty much anything you can think of lately, so pick and choose a movie, he's probably been in it, so there you go. No, but I kid. He's been in Game of Thrones, he's been in Last of Us and a few other things. I do feel they did him a little dirty in Last of Us, but yeah, it's a pity that he's not in that, because he's kind of the glue that held that show together, in my opinion. Yeah, so he's playing Mr. Fantastic. Then you have Vanessa Kirby. You'll know her from The Crown, from it's quite a while ago, but she's playing Invisible Woman. Ebon Moss-Bachrach, that's quite a name, hope I'm saying it right, he's playing The Thing. And then after that, there is Joseph Quinn. He's going to be playing Johnny Storm. He's actually from Les Miserables, like however you say that. I'm not French, I do apologize. Les Miserables, that one. Then Julia Garner is going to be playing Shala Bal. So, not the Norin Rad version, the Silver Surfer in this one. So she was actually in a series called Ozark, so you might know her from there. And then we have, last but not least, doing the voiceover for Galactus is Ralph Ineson. So he's quite a popular English actor and narrator. So yes, and then obviously after that, Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige confirmed in July 2019. So this is 6 years in the making, and I think long overdue. I wish it was a little bit sooner though, but here we are 6 years later and it is just around the corner. So July 2019, that the company was developing a new Fantastic Four film for their shared universe, the MCU. Feige said he was excited about the characters and about bringing Marvel's first family up to the sort of platform and level they deserve, one would hope. So the release date is a little over a month away, so about 6 weeks. So the Fantastic Four First Steps is scheduled to be released in the United States July 25th, and that's in IMAX, Screen X, and 4DX. So it was previously scheduled November 8th. So this has been sort of set back, and then February 14th, 2025, and then May 2nd, and then finally, so starting off Phase 6 now of the MCU is actually what they're going to be doing with that, and that's July 25th. So that's just a little bit of tidbits from me, and let's watch the trailer, and then after that I will give you my thoughts. Here is the trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head off into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know. There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. It has to be us.
We will protect you.
And that was the trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps. So, just a few things I want to chat about. So, as far as the feel goes, I like it. The retro feel of it is cool. They're kind of nailing the way it looks and the time it was originally set, so that's cool. Things eyebrows, whatever the case is, finally they've done it. Give him the proper eyebrows like he had in the comic books. Galactus is not a cloud, yay, so that's cool. You actually see just a silhouette, like a shadow part of him, sort of in the middle of the trailer as you saw. That's cool, and it kind of gives you an idea of how big of a threat he is and how big he actually is. I'm not sure how that's going to play out with them sort of taking him on. You know, and then obviously there's some glimpses of the Silver Surfer that you see, or Shalabal, should I say, or you kind of get a glimpse of her. like in the first trailers and so on. I'm not too sure if they're not finished with the CG or whatever the case is, but I kind of feel that the original Fantastic Four that was done in the mid like early 2000s, the kind of silver glaze on him looked a little bit better, which is weird because it should look better now. But yeah, it's you've got to see it on screen when it's finished and everything. So they are, as far as I know, still busy with a couple of things. Even 1 or 2 reshoots were done quite late in the game. So hopefully that doesn't affect anything. But yeah, and then you get an idea of the guy's power sets as well, which is cool, and how they're going to look. That looks cool. I actually thought that was on point. So Thing pulling the boat, you can see how strong he is. Mr. Fantastic with his little stretches, and and how he uses that to sort of elevate himself with all the debris that's falling. Sue Storm, and then the Human Torch can obviously fly, but he can't fly in space. So that's why when he's chasing Silver Surfer, I'm sure most people would know this, but some normies don't. And yeah, obviously there's no fire in space. So there you go. Well, the sun, but we can't make fire in space. So that's just the thing. The thing that I wanted to note that you don't see in the trailer 1 is when Galactus is walking through the city, and you actually sees him walking. You see just his boots as he's walking through, and it's causing absolute chaos. So it's going to be interesting to see how they would curb a threat like that, what the storyline would be. The Marvel trailers are very, very generally have been always evasive, so you're not really able to piece together a proper narrative, which is nice. It's nice to go in blind, be surprised by something, which I think the best they did with that was probably Infinity War and Endgame. So that's, I think, when Marvel shone the brightest, as far as, I know they say, I'm misleading you, but I mean, they're doing it for a reason, to not spoil the movie for you. You don't want to see, if you see a movie in a trailer and you see exactly what's going to play out in that trailer, generally speaking, it's not always the case, but rule of thumb, if they're showing you the whole movie in a trailer, it's not going to be good. That's just a fact. But yeah, so I am halfway too excited about this. I'm nervously optimistic, let's put it that way. I'd like to see a good movie. The first Fantastic Four, I mean, we didn't realize how good we had it until the second set came out, with Michael B. Jordan as playing Human Torch, etc. So that wasn't a really good Fantastic Four at all. So we didn't realize how good we had it back in the day, because we thought like, oh, okay, Fantastic Four is pretty good. So comparing, you kind of go, wow, okay, that's really good now. So let's hope they can level up to try one up the original Fantastic Four from those days and make it much better. So as far as the CG goes, obviously there's going to be big CG. It's just how these big movies work. But let's see how it goes. But it's not just about what I think. I'd love to know what you guys think as well. So please do let us know in the comments below. And along with that, give us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.